Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. For the first time with Michael Carter. And he is met in his tracks. Behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. It's Wilson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he barrels through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give, Carter running right. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Wilson going to give to Carter on the action. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Throwing, Jones. That swung out wide to Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got by he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They run the counter. Harris. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's
blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Jones. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A tight one after 1 on EA Sports. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, a run with... Avoid him. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, Carter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Completes it to Trevon Wesco. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. A CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Carter on the read option. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jones throw taken in by Adams. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From just shy of midfield, Jones. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. It's brought in by Harris. And he will have a Patriots 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. A solid stiff arm. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. Think about the energy it takes to ward guys off. That's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now Wilson on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Carter. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run with Carter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Eric Ebron. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. On first down, Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A handoff for Carter. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Carter will try the right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now it's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And shutting through the tackle. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember If they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how our drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Jones completes it to Benjamin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. To throw is Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now Wilson. His throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing now is Wilson. He finds his target, Ebron, powering his way forward and down to the 20. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jets are going to win the football game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight. And they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Jets, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next to the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.